Hello there, class. It's Mrs. Albright again, and today we're working on Module 5, Lesson 9. Our objective for today is to use the area model and division to show the equivalence of two fractions. What we have been working on is using multiplication. So to start off, we're taking the fraction 6/12, and we are going to break it down into a simpler fraction, a fraction that has fewer pieces but larger pieces. So I'm going to start off by drawing an area model. I'm going to break it in half. I need to make a total of 12 equal parts in this area model. And then I'm going to shade in 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then I want to look at this area model and see, is there any way I can break this into equal groups, considering the part that's shaded and the part that isn't shaded? And in this case, I can break it apart pretty easily. That is an equal group of 6, and this is an equal group of 6. So I want to think about the number of pieces that I divided this into. Now I made 2 equal groups, but I want to think about how many pieces are in each equal group. And in this group, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. So I'm going to take my original fraction, 6/12, and I'm going to divide that 6 by 6, and I'm going to divide the 12 by 6 as well, because I have 6 equal pieces in each of these groups that I made. So 6 divided by 6 is 1, 12 divided by 6 is 2. So my new fraction is 1/2, and if you look at this area model, you can see that indeed 1/2 of it is shaded. So 6/12 is equal to 1/2. Now with 1/2 I have fewer pieces, but each piece would be larger. For this next problem, I'm going to look at the fraction 2/8. I'm going to go ahead and draw an area model for this fraction. And I'm going to shade in 2 of those 8 equal parts. And then I want to think about, how can I break this into smaller or fewer equal groups? I can make that one group, I can make that one group, I can make that one group, and I can make that one group. So how many equal groups do I have? The answer is 4. And how many pieces are in each equal group? And the answer is 2. This group has 2 pieces. So with my fraction up here, I'm going to take my original fraction, 2/8, and I'm going to divide it by 2, because that is how many pieces I put in each of these groups. I'm going to take my 2 divided by 2, and that is 1, and 8 divided by 2, which is 4. And now you can see that 2/8 is equal to 1/4, and that's exactly what it looks like here in this tape diagram. 1 of 4 equal parts is shaded. So 2/8 is equal to 1/4. Now I'm going to take another fraction, 3/12. I'm going to draw an area model. I'm going to do this 3 by 4. So I have a total of 12 equal boxes, and I have 3 of them shaded. I want to think about the number of equal groups that I can make. I can make this an equal group, this an equal group, this an equal group, and this an equal group. So ask yourself, how many pieces are in each equal group, and what would my equal fraction be? What do I have to divide by in order to get the smaller fraction that is now represented by this picture? I'm going to start with 3/12. So what number do I divide it by? And then the follow-up question, what is my new equal fraction? For this next problem, I'm going to take these 2 fractions, 2/6 and 4/12. I'm going to draw my area models. I'm going to make this 2 rows of 3, and I've got 1, 2 equal parts shaded, Here I'm going to draw a similar size candy bar. And I'm going to make 4 rows of 3. And again, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 shaded. And I want to think about how many equal groups can I make. So for this problem up here with 2, 6, I can make 1, 2, 3 equal groups. And how many pieces do I have in each group? The answer is 1, 2. So I'm going to take my fraction 2, 6, and I'm going to divide it by the number of pieces that are in each group, which is 2. So 2 divided by 2 is 1, 6 divided by 2 is 3. And if I look at my tape diagram, that is true. I have 1/3 of this candy bar shaded. Now let's take a look down here at 4/12 and see what equal groups can I make. I can make 1, 2, 3. I can also make 3 equal groups. And how many pieces are in each of those groups? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to take my fraction 4/12. I'm going to divide it by the number of pieces that were in each group, which is 4. And let's divide across the top. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 12 divided by 4 is 3. And look at that. I also have 1/3. So 2, 6 is equal to 1/3. 4/12 is also equal to 1/3. So what can we assume about the fractions 2, 6 and 4/12? Are they equal? Please bring any questions you have back to class, where we will continue working on this concept of making simpler fractions from large ones. Have a great night.